Welcome, everyone. We're excited to have you all here. And as you just heard during our keynote, we're very excited about the value airfocus and Lucid can jointly provide to product development teams. My name is Blake Bohasic, and I'm a director of product here at Lucid. And I have the privilege of working with some of our developer platform teams, integration teams, API teams, AI and machine learning, etc. I'm also joined by my colleague, Amelia Shelton, who will help us demo later in the session. Amelia, tell us more about yourself.
Hi, my name is Amelia Shelton. I'm Group Product Manager for our developer platform and integrations teams, and I've been with Lucid for just about 4 years. I get to work very closely with Blake.
Awesome. Before we get started, I just want to cover a few housekeeping items. This session is being recorded. You can expect an email soon with the recordings of today's keynote and all 4 breakout sessions from lately at Lucid. In addition to that, we have an amazing team behind the scenes helping us answer your questions. Please use the Q&A for asking questions and the chat for sharing your thoughts and excitement. We've been in countless interviews with customers over the years, seeking to better understand their workflows and how we can support them. In our conversations, we've uncovered a great opportunity to optimize product management workflows. Everything we heard in those interviews was an echo of the exact same pain points that we felt before we started using Lucid and airfocus together. As an example, as a product manager, it's often my job to produce various views to support roadmap communication, prioritization, etc. And oftentimes, I'm finding myself having to create that content because it's data that doesn't live in tools like Jira or really anywhere today. But with airfocus, that's no longer true. We know that product managers and leaders are doing a lot of work that requires organization, transparency, communication, and collaboration. But a lot of them are doing that work in tools that don't suit their workflow. Too many of them are resorting to using slides or spreadsheets, and frankly, we're concerned about them and want to make life easier for them. To accelerate our impact, we chose to bring airfocus into our Lucid family. For the past 7 years, airfocus has been hard at work to build a best-in-class product to address these problems. We're confident that combining airfocus with visual collaboration in Lucid will be a game changer for the countless product development teams working in Lucid and will transform their work in an unprecedented way. But first, I'm sure you're all eager to learn more about airfocus, the company, and airfocus, the product. We're stoked to have Malte Schultz, the CEO, CPO, and co-founder of airfocus, here with us today. I'm going to turn some time over to him to tell us the airfocus story and give us a look into the amazing work they've done in the product management space. After we tell you more about airfocus, we'll take some time to talk about what the combination of airfocus and Lucid will look like, including some amazing functionality that just launched today, as well as a glimpse into our future direction. But enough for me, let's hear from Malte.
Thanks, Blake. I'm so happy to be here today, and we've been having the best experience with the Lucid teams and can't wait to get airfocus in front of everyone. So first, a little introduction and backstory. So 7 years ago, as a product manager at a mid-sized SaaS company, I constantly ran into the same frustrating problems: lack of roadmap visibility and transparency, misaligned communication, and broken trust between teams. And yeah, frankly, no single source of truth, just scattered spreadsheets, slide decks, and an ultra chaotic Jira setup. And these issues led to very poor decisions, and we created a ton of waste, and there was frankly frustration across the board on decision making. And I kept searching for a tool to fix this. I tried every tool under the sun, but nothing fit the bill. So we built one ourselves in countless night and weekend shifts as a side project. And we started out with a little prioritization and road mapping tool in the beginning. And then 7 years later, airfocus has now evolved into the most flexible AI-powered product management and road mapping software used by hundreds of mid-market and enterprise companies worldwide today. And yeah, with airfocus, product leaders finally have a home to do their work. They can bring all of their roadmaps, their teams, their product strategies under one roof and enjoy a single source of product truth to ensure transparency at every level. And yeah, airfocus is a flexible toolbox, and no matter how complex their product setups are, whether it's multiple teams, different product lines, dependencies, shifting priorities, our customers can stay in sync and instantly drill down from high-level company OKRs to a single user story that's sitting in Jira. And because airfocus acts as a structured system of record, our customers can easily slice their roadmaps for every stakeholder on demand with just a few clicks.
Thanks, Malta. I think I speak for everyone when I say that airfocus's journey is really an impressive one, and one that we are honored to be a part of. It's also a story that really resonates with us, as it very closely mirrors our own story here at Lucid. You see, 15 years ago, Lucid's chief engineer and co-founder Ben Diltz was experiencing frustrations in a prior role. He wanted to visualize his work and knew what a diagramming product ought to do, but couldn't find anything like it in the market. And so he built one, and the rest is history. We love that airfocus and Lucid have a very similar DNA, and that DNA is built around wanting to provide real solutions for real problems that people are experiencing every day. All right, enough about the business. Let's talk product. Malta, can you give us an overview of the airfocus product?
100%. So what you're seeing here is the airfocus platform. Airfocus is really, as I said, the home for the product organization. It's built around modularity, and it's hyper flexible because we understood that product organizations are pretty unique in the way they work and the way they are set up. And also what we learned over the years is that what you configure today and how you work today will change in 6 to 9 months anyways. So everything's built around modularity, and there's so much you can do in airfocus, and I'm not going to go into the details, no worries. But I would just want to give you like a high level overview about what you can do in airfocus. So essentially, we're serving two types of personas. We're serving the individual product manager, so we have plenty of tools for them, but we're also here to help product leaders align all these diverse teams around a shared strategy, shared goals, shared product initiatives. And what you see here, for example, is a high-level strategic now, next, later roadmap. And this is kind of the home space for product leadership, and they can work on a higher level, initiative level, but they can also see now the work of different product teams in this organization and how this work is rolling up to these higher level initiatives. Yeah, so that is really on the very high level what these leaders can do. They can also share stakeholder updates really easily. So enough with PowerPoint slides around whether we're on track or at risk with certain product initiatives. And let's now switch gears quickly to take a look at the work of an individual product team. So we're looking at the example of a web team here. And the idea here is empower these teams, give them and the product managers the tools to do and run a product management workflow that makes sense for them. And the way we do this is through custom fields, custom views, and also these extensions here, which are at the heart, little product management tools that these product managers can use to run a product management workflow that makes sense for them. For example, they can spin up a prioritization framework with our priority ratings app if they need that, and then this gives them kind of these prioritization system with these ratings and the priority score that we calculate, and then ultimately a priority chart for them to better make product decisions. But if they don't want that functionality as a team because they work in a different way, they don't have to use that. That's the whole magic of airfocus. Yeah, it's modular. You can turn it off, and then the software stays very easy to use. And we have plenty of these tools, from like voting, OKR tools, capacity planning, stakeholder check-ins, customer insights. So it's really up to the product manager and how they want to work. So we have like all these teams now. The web team works in a different way compared to the mobile team. And then we have more tools for product leaders to align these tools. For example, on these portfolio views here, you can nicely see as a product leader across teams what teams are working on different views, be it a timeline view, even a Gantt view, portfolio backlog, table views. We also have an OKR module that is very powerful, that allows you to drill down from company OKRs. You see here we have like three top company OKRs. One is more like product centric, and you can go down to the individual product OKRs, and then down to the key results, and then from the key results down to the product opportunities that different teams are working on. It's just like everything is in one system. It's a single source of record. Everything is nicely interlinked, and you save all that manual work with spreadsheets and PowerPoints around Jira workflows, because as much as we all love working in Jira, it's not made for product discovery and product management, and essentially the problem space. And I want to show you one last thing that our customers really love, which is our portals. And this is a branded place, a website, you can say, where you can share selected roadmap initiatives or experiments even with your stakeholders or customers. And you can see it's all in your own colors, your own logo, and you can prepare these things that you share in a very nice way with their own titles, a nice, beautiful image, a custom description that your users will understand. And you can give them ways to engage with you on this portal through votings and comments they can make on these like custom forms that then gets shipped and sent to the product team for them to kind of digest and then create product insights from. Yeah. So much as a high level demo for airfocus. We're going to get back to the product a bit later.
Awesome, Malte. I mean, just speaking for myself, I just get excited and giddy watching you walk through that demo. One thing that stands out to me, being able to have my source of record connected to a way to source feedback is amazing. But all right, enough geeking out from me. Now that we've had a glimpse into the airfocus product, I think everyone can understand why we and both myself are so excited about this partnership. It's so clear where source of record and visual collaboration come into play. One thing that stands out to me is each product has unique benefits that will be amplified by being paired with one another. As we've seen, airfocus gives powerful tools to product teams. It provides clarity and structure to a workflow that has historically been chaotic and difficult to manage. It makes it easy to maintain a single source of truth. It provides transparency and clarity across teams and stakeholders and facilitates an insight-driven approach to product strategy. While airfocus thrives on bringing structure to teams, Lucid's products are used around the world as a place for teams to brainstorm, ideate, visualize, diagram, and map out the future they want to build, all in a highly collaborative way. Together, Lucid and airfocus provide organizations the freedom and structure required to go from vision to execution. By utilizing these capabilities, organizations will collaboratively set ambitious visions and break it down into strategic initiatives, all while driving broad alignment among technical teams with greater transparency to leaders and executives. You can really see now why airfocus is going to play a key role in our vision of helping alleviate a lot of pain in product management process and streamline the entire workflow. Malte, I'm curious to hear from you. What makes you so excited about this opportunity?
Blake, you hit the nail on the head. It's all about collaboration because building products is hard and just shipping isn't enough anymore in 2025. If you want to really create outstanding products, we need to build the right thing for the right customer. And that's really the essence of product management. It's this delicate dance between creative ideation and then structured planning. That's how you get true magical products to life. And I've talked to countless product managers over the years, and almost all of them tell me the same thing. They're constantly switching between visual collaboration tools for brainstorming and then also structured databases, unfortunately, often in spreadsheets, sometimes in tools like airfocus for road mapping and prioritization. And that's why I'm so excited about this opportunity with Lucid. We are bringing now together the best of both worlds, Lucid's powerful visual collaboration platform, and then our structured product management tools. It's truly amazing.
I could not agree with you more. And I think you said it beautifully. Structure plus collaboration, it really helps us drive to the best product results. And so I'm so excited. All right, that is amazing. Now, instead of just talking about it in theory, let's look at what the experience will be like for our users. I'm going to pass it over to Amelia.
Okay, so first, let's establish our scenario. We're a product team, and we're planning how we are going to contribute to a company-level objective in the upcoming year. Let's imagine that our primary company-level objective is to become a product leader in our category, something probably everyone here is striving for, right? So the first step we would take as product leaders would be to come together and brainstorm as a team how we can contribute to the company-level objective we just mentioned. We've done this here in Lucidspark because it's a great place to brainstorm, generate ideas, and organize those ideas so that we can act on them. So here in this board, we have many possible team-level objectives and ideas that we've outlined. Let's use Lucidspark sorting and AI tools to summarize and arrange them to get a clearer picture of potential themes of work. Now that we've done that, we can use tools like visual activities to collect feedback, prioritize, and get a clear picture of the best path forward. Now, based on the ideas that we've generated with our team and gathered responses for, it looks like the idea that has the most alignment is specifically to drive integration engagement. Okay, so now that we know what our team level objective is going to be, we're going to make that a formal objective in airfocus so that it's visible in the portfolio view. So our integration, Lucid Cards for airfocus, enables you to turn a sticky note into an airfocus item by right-clicking. You select Convert to Card, choose airfocus, and then you can choose which of your airfocus workspaces you want that item to go to. And once you've done that, it'll show up on your canvas as a Lucid card or airfocus card here, and that your team can use to anchor all of their future discussion. So I've just pushed a new objective to airfocus, but I want to call out that our integration with airfocus supports bidirectional syncing, not just of objectives, but other items such as initiatives and epics. But to keep this demo brief, I'm just going to show that process one time. Okay, so with the objective set, we ask the teams to start figuring out how we can accomplish these objectives. The teams use airfocus to build out their roadmaps and to map dependencies with the other teams. Malta, can you show this what it would look like in airfocus?
Absolutely. Yeah, so with airfocus as your single source of record for the product organization, you will now find all your roadmaps, backlogs, and team workflows in one place. So as you said, let's start figuring out how we can accomplish these objectives. We're now looking at the R&D initiatives roadmap, which shows higher level product initiatives that span multiple teams. So again, this is a now next later roadmap, and you can see what teams and epics contribute to these initiatives. So you see here, the green team, the red team, they're both contributing to this initiative. And you can also see nested epics from different teams contributing to this higher level initiative. And you can also see that 1 out of 3 epics are already done, which gives you 33% of progress. And because we created this product OKR earlier, you can now see these initiatives again nested under this higher level OKR, which is like the whole point, right? You in this creative process, you come up with these objectives, and then you want to make product work actionable, right? You want to align on the high level roadmap level, but you also then want to make sure that all these teams are also aligned and drive towards a shared direction. And this high level R&D initiative roadmap is a great place to start. It's not the only place. There are different tools to get there, but our customers really love this way of working. And let's now double click a little bit on to what the Team Green epics are looking like, and what like these green epics, where they're coming from, what's the workflow behind all of this. And we are now in this Team Green epics workspace. This is the single source of record for the green team. And this is where their product manager sets up workflows that make sense for this team. And you can see here that we are also again swim laning by this higher level initiative that we saw here on the initiative. Yeah, so push notifications to drive return usage is also here, and you can see like all the nested epics right below it. So it's not just like on the top level that you can see these nested children, but it's also the other way around. Yeah, and what our customers really love to do in these workspaces is they like to push these items through this pipeline. That's why this view is called pipeline. Again, it's just one of many ways to work because we cannot know how a product organization should work. But in this case, we are now pushing this initiative through the development process. And we're just doing that also with the priority ratings app. And there's like this prioritization framework here now around different value and effort criteria. So we have impact, revenue, team effort, and then based on these scores and the underlying weightings that we have assigned, we now get a priority score, and we can visualize nicely how these epics map out on this 2x2 quick wins time wasted chart. And then based on that, the product team can nicely prioritize what to do, and then also move towards more of a detailed, granular planning, in this case, on a timeline view. So this whole discovery process that product teams go through is typically a constant back and forth between creative ideation, user research, prioritization, stakeholder updates, all of that stuff. And you can also nicely see how we are linking out from this workspace to further or additional Lucid docs. But what I want to show you now is something that our customers really love, which is working with customer feedback and customer requests, and then how they generate product insights from these. So there's another workspace in airfocus that shows customer feedback from all kinds of channels, be it the portal that you got to experience earlier, or be it Salesforce, HubSpot, Zendesk, Intercom, Slack, Microsoft Teams. So the idea is that you centralize all of that feedback in this inbox for the product team to then analyze and investigate with our AI tools. And the way it works is that product teams look at the feedback that's coming in on a daily basis, and then they pick these little sentences from a sometimes very lengthy customer conversation, and then they create these insights. An insight essentially is a bridge to a product opportunity or an epic that we just learned is living in that other workspace. So let's do that now. Let's create that insight, and let's now go back here. And what you can find here in this workspace is this insights column, yeah? And you can now go to the item and you find all the insights that have ever been linked to this product opportunity. And that is amazing because you can run an AI summary on top of it when you're doing like product discovery. You can also check out more details. You can see where's that customer coming from, how much MRR is connected to that. And that really helps you make better product decisions throughout the process. And if you want, you could also add the prioritization, the insights column to the prioritization framework. Yeah, so everything is like nicely interconnected and flexible. So we spoke about discovery a minute ago. Yeah, this is like the hard part of product management, like figuring out the right problems to solve, and then experience all these different ways in order to go from like a problem statement down to figuring out the right solutions. And while airfocus is great for these workflows around discovery, there's a better tool for doing proper discovery. And our customers just love to jump out from an epic like this to a tool like Lucid to then, for example, spin up a user story map or work on customer personas in order to really nail what needs to be done. And yeah, so everything is nicely interlinked in airfocus, and product leaders get these high-level views here. The teams get their place to work in different ways, and then you also get these portfolio views to still make sure everything is running in the right direction.
I have to say, I share in Blake's excitement when I see all of this under one view in airfocus. As a product leader, I love that I can view the critical dependencies, milestones, and keep an eye on the progress being made against them. However, our integration with airfocus doesn't stop with the cards integration that I showed you earlier. Teams also have the ability to embed Lucid documents on a workspace in airfocus. Teams can use this embed feature to continue using Lucid as they always have, but to keep pertinent documents connected to their work items readily available. Examples of this might include things like user journey maps, technical diagrams, or feature breakdowns that we want easy access to from within airfocus. Here's one example of a feature breakdown where one of my teams has broken down an initiative into work items that has been sent into Jira. The team has used our Lucid Cards for Jira integration to turn their collaborative backlog refinement meetings into Jira items. From there, they visually mapped dependencies between tasks so they can effectively sequence their work and plan their initiatives. Now, Malta, I recognize that airfocus can be used for both product managers and engineers. But what if a company wanted to use Jira and airfocus like I just demoed Lucid and Jira? What would that look like in airfocus?
Yeah, so the majority of our customers, they use Jira or Azure DevOps, and they use our integration, which is very advanced. It uses two-way sync and field mapping. You can literally map any field from Jira to any airfocus field. It's really flawless, so that you never have to do anything manually. And typically, how they use it is on the epic level or sometimes even higher. And so they push their product epics through this development lifecycle. And typically, airfocus is where everything starts, sometimes based on a Lucid brainstorm or a customer insight or some piece of data. And then product teams prioritize these epics to go through the process from new to considering to discovery to approved. And then at some point, it's time that stuff moves into Jira for execution and delivery, because while some of our customers use airfocus for project management as well, we're not here to replace Jira. We work very deeply integrated with Jira. And then typically our customers push these epics to Jira. And then like whatever you change in Jira gets automatically reflected in airfocus. And then the development starts to happen, the testing happens. And then typically Jira is done. But the work of the product manager actually is not done, because you still need to launch work. You need to then later in the process collaborate with product marketing, go-to-market teams. And then you're even still not done, because once you have released a product or a feature, you still want to measure success and keep tracking product insights for that epic. So in a way, how you can see it is that for a short time in the whole process, you're jumping to Jira for really nailing the execution, but then you're coming back to airfocus as your single source of product truth.
All right, so we've aligned on our objectives, broken down our initiatives, and planned out our work, going from high-level strategy and ideation to high-confidence initiative plans faster than ever before. From here, teams can use Lucid's agile tools to move plans forward through building and execution. And then through the execution stage, product managers and stakeholders can use airfocus to track initiative progress with roadmap and roll-up views. If you want to go learn more about Lucid's Agile offering, I highly recommend you go check out the Agile breakout session recording next to see so many new Agile features that will empower your teams.
Thank you a million, Malta. I'm sure after seeing that demo, you'll all be so excited to dive in and play around. If you're interested in learning more about airfocus and Lucid's integration, we'll be sending out additional resources along with the recording of this session. So thank you for joining us today and learning about Lucid and airfocus.